Tell me if it starts popping again. I kind of hate it because it didn't do this before the Windows update, and now after the Windows update that was forced, it does this. It makes me so exhausted. Okay. Thank you all for hanging around. I'm sorry that I have to do this. I know. I know. And it's not like my PC has been on all night. I literally turned off my PC. And I don't know what causes it, is the issue. Like, it makes me so frustrated. I had just turned on my PC, so it's just like... It's just... I don't know. Might have been what to me. That might have been that. Turning off the PC. What do you mean? Thanks, Shar. Thanks. Windows don't turn off when you say it to turn it off. What? My PC doesn't turn off? What are we talking about? What? Windows doesn't... Okay, but the last time this happened, it had been after my PC had been on for like 20 hours. So I don't see how it... I don't know. It makes me upset, and I don't want to get upset. It's frustrating. So I just appreciate all of you sticking around and hearing me out and being cool people. And when you turn it off, a part of it continues on and saved in the memory. Yeah, but it's like I said, last time we had this issue on stream, I hadn't just turned on my PC. My PC had been on for many hours and didn't go into sleep mode. So I don't think it's that. Oh yeah, it goes into hibernate or something instead of fully powering off. It goes into a deep sleep mode where it keeps some session data for quicker boot. There's a way to make it fully shut off. Yeah, I don't think that's the issue. You guys, it's very cool information. But like I said, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It makes me frustrated and angry. I really dislike restarting my stream. It irritates it because yeah. We can talk about something else. Anything else. She's thinking! Frosty is thinking! Fable, what are you planning to eat? I recommend my... Oh, she's thinking about food. Okay, Frosty. That's very cool. That feel when she's not thinking about furniture. You know, that's good. Thinking about food is a very good thing to be thinking about. Have all of you eaten breakfast? I sure hope I'll be eating breakfast. Oh my gosh! It's actually a greenhouse? Who else thought that the greenhouse effect had something to actually do with greenhouses? When I was a child and I heard the greenhouse effect, I was like, well, why don't we just get rid of all the greenhouses? I was like, people are building greenhouses, that it's evil. Make them stop. Maybe it is. If there are no more greenhouses, then we don't have to worry about it. And then we don't have any more greenhouses. Shop at Glenn's store today. Alright, let's go to Glenn's store. I'm so mad that Frostia wasn't thinking about furniture. I need them to think about furniture. I really need those recipe cards. Alright, Glenn. What do you have for me today, bud? So when they're thinking, that usually means that they have a recipe card for you. We're gonna buy this. And that's all. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna buy this and then get out of town. Can someone help me out and tell me how long I had been streaming before I needed to restart? Can someone see how long the other bot is? $42 minutes. That's so irritating. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go for a little trip. We're gonna go for a trip to get some more wood to build the thing for Frostia. That's what we're gonna do. I'm so irritated by the whole restart thing that I'm trying to recenter myself. Think about anything else. I keep ending up on this islet, and this islet is just not a protected place to be. I need a good islet with lots of wood on it. I think there's a good bug islet that has some bow wood on it. I need to go find that place. It is weird that the islets repeat like this. I mean, at least I know this is where I can find rare butterflies. That was a really pretty butterfly. Sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, okay. Yeah, we've been to this island a bunch. We're just gonna move on. Nothing that I need is here. I just don't have the trees that I need. I honestly love the zooming. I wish I could just zoom constantly. Oh, there's a question mark. Yes, I love the question mark. Hi, Sakura. Yeah, we're back. Oh good, and they have a Paltries there. Let's go. We're back, yeah. A little bit of technical issue, but it's nothing. Denda! Hi! Oh my gosh, a double raid. Hi everyone! Hi! Welcome in everyone! It's so good to see you! How are your streams? Hi! Welcome! Yeah, let's be sure to shout out both of them. How are your streams? What were you playing? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Hi everyone, if you don't know me, my name is Fable. I am a cozy comfort VTuber. I play a lot of Petit Planet and Infinity Nikki. I'm an official content creator for both. We also do art here and things like that. So I'm really happy to have you here. Welcome home. Denda and Jalia? Exelia? I'm so sorry, I'm butchering your name. To both of you, if you need to raid and run or go rest, please do so. I really appreciate you sharing your community with me, but anything that you need to do for yourself, don't feel bad about having to drop a lurk or just leave. You are good. I know that streaming can take it out of you sometimes. We were just chatting. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad to hear that. You came at a good time. I had I just had like technical issues. So I just got out of having technical issues and hopefully stream is running a lot smoother now. Good. What were you guys chatting about? Just like any topic. Oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. We're gonna buy all the tree sap. Always buy the tree sap. Thank you for the raid messages. And thank you for the follows, friends. Welcome home. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Oh, thank you, everyone. The stream is felt good. We had a moment where we were doing some troubleshooting, so we've finally gotten to the point where we can relax a little bit. But yeah, Oh, okay, well that was easy. That was simple enough. Nice. Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys are talking about. But if you don't want to share, that's fine too. I get it. We are in the last stretch of the beta of Petit Planet. I've we've gotten to the point in this beta where we pretty much explored everything there is to explore. In a moment, we're going to go back and we're going to do a deep dive into all of the villagers, and we're going to talk about all of their lore and everything like that. Nice. Nice spirit. Okay, enjoy your food, and I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. That's really good to hear. I'm glad you're enjoying the cozy vibes. It's what I'm here for. Now, we do a mixture of soft-spoken streams and normal talking streams. If you're a fan of Infinity Nikki, we will be doing a lot of Nikki streams later this week with the drop of the 2.0, which I'm really excited about. But I'm glad that you all are here, as I've said before. I'm starting to get to the point where like the tension from my shoulders is releasing. By the way, if your shoulders are tense, please release your shoulders. You pre-register? Hopefully you'll hear something soon. I don't have any official news on when the game is releasing, but I have heard speculation that something might be happening in the beginning of December. So I'm really hoping for all of those who didn't get in, you can get in sooner rather than later. There's a lot of people I want to play the game with. Right. One of the interesting things about this game is these little puzzles. They're so funny. Oh, and here's the other one. Okay, that's all the Luca jobs for this island. Yeah, I'm hoping. I think today and tomorrow are the final days that I will be streaming this game. If I have my schedule correct. We might stream it one more day, at least this month or this week. But it's like I said, the beta has been very extensive. I think I calculated the total time that I've been playing the game, and we have played over 50 hours of this game thus far. And I still kind of have content to do. And that's just the beta. So it's a very big game. When is the release date? They haven't said. They haven't said yet. As soon as I know, all of you will know, I promise. But we don't even know when the beta's closing. They haven't told us that either. Sorry. But yeah, I will be sure to tell everyone when things open up and when it becomes available for everyone. But if you haven't pre-registered, make sure to pre-register as well, because I'd love to play with you guys. Sorry. Okay. We got a lot of good fish on this island. About to do some stargazing. That sounds really nice. We got some fish. We got some trees. This was a really good island. I'm glad that I spent my battery to try to find it. Okay. I think that I have farmed this island completely, so we're gonna get out of here. Oh wait, there's fish down here. I know. I really want them to add more outfit. Oh, we're all fishing. We're all mutually fishing for these fish. Too bad, guys. It's my fish. Are you just gonna stay there? They're both just gonna stay there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Today today we're doing a stream where I will be in a little bit breaking down all of the villagers. We'll be doing a deep dive on them after I finish this quest that I'm doing right now for furniture. And then tomorrow we will be fully decorating my planet. I'm trying to see if there's any more islands. I know I might be using this battery up. Just trying to search for more islands, but I want to make sure that we got as many Luca drops as possible. Pernick, hello my dear. Thank you for the follow. Welcome home. You guys are great. I don't know if I've told you recently, but I think you're really great. I was chatting with some other content creators the other day, and we were talking about like our unique chats and the different hi to welcome home, the different attitudes that different chats have. And I was telling them about how I have one of the most lovely communities, and I really enjoy having you all around. Every time I stream, the best part is when you guys all pop up on my stream and say hi. It's always the best part. I think I was a victim of raid while outside, but whatever. Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am, thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm gonna go ahead and give my introduction again, just in case anybody's coming in late. Hi, my name is Fable of Snow Fable. I am a cozy comfort VTuber. I do cozy games. I'm an official content creator for both Petit Planet and Infinity Nikki. So if you like either of those, expect to see a lot of that content. And I also do art. I actually made my own model. I made my own model like 3 years ago, but still, I made my own model. I have grown since the early days of model making. Shucks, well, you deserve it. Thank you. Thank you. I am in the process right now. I have 3 other models in the works currently. So I'm hoping soon to show previews of those models. There's like no butterflies on this island for this being a bug island. Okay, let's go on. There's nothing here. Isn't obvious? She's so pretty. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think so. I do really enjoy my model. Okay. We can make the pillows. Maybe this means we can finally finish Medeline's house. Self-made model, thank you. Yeah, like I said, this model, if I can talk about her for a second. I made her myself for my birthday 3 years ago, and I had designed her over the course of the year, but the model herself kind of lives in infamy because I set a date for debut, and then I made this entire model within 3 days. I like didn't sleep, and I stayed up, and I just 3 days I made this model. And by the time my debut started and I had her ready, I was so tired. I was falling asleep during stream, like trying to get through it because I had just pushed myself so hard trying to get my model done. Thank you, Sakura. I'm glad you think so. It makes me really happy when people think that. This is the wrong house. I'm in the wrong house. Luckily, the models that I make now are much more involved, and I don't do them in a course of 3 days. I spend a lot longer working on models now and have better time frames. Hi, Whisper. Welcome home. It's so good to see you. Good morning. I hope work today goes smoothly. Do they let you have off for American holidays? Oh, is this not the thing that I need? Oh gosh, this is not the thing. That is so irritating. I was so hoping that I would be able to finish this today. If I just place enough stuff, can I please get 5 stars? Optional. She doesn't want stuff. Doesn't want more stuff. I don't know what to do. I was so confident that we were going to be done here. I was so looking forward to it. No. Expect the Whisper mod to be created on a week of Heaven on High crush. Yeah, that is what I do. I'm devastated. Oh, I need the Fluffy Clouds cube shelf. That's so devastating. Oh, now we have to do... Man, I just... Oh gosh. This is really... Maybe if I turn it in as a 4-star, she'll give me a new thing. I've completed the design. She does! She gives me a thing. Wait, she gives me a thing. I think we're in. Oh, I think we're in. I think we're in. Oh, please tell me we're in. It's been days. It's been days. She gave me the cube shell. She gave me the cube shell. Guys, we're in. We're in. Did I beat the system? I think you have to for the homie designs. You just have to fail. You just have to fail until you succeed. I kind of hate that it works that way, but I think that's what you gotta do. Okay, let's see if I can make the shelves, because if it requires me to get more babao wood, you know what I'm saying? Please go easy on me. No! How could you do this to me? Okay, you know what? Let's go fail someone else's homie design. Maybe if I fail Frostia's, she'll give me a new recipe and then we can finish Frostia's instead. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna fail so hard and she's gonna have pity on me and she's gonna give me the tools that I need to succeed. A+ manipulation. Okay, so we have 4 stars. So let's see what she says. Yeah, I know. We've seen this before. I know it's missing. Yep, 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 yep. And then you're not gonna give me 5 stars. I know. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Yep, I've completed the design. Okay, she gave me the thing that I need to craft. And she's really happy about the fact that we failed so hard. I failed so hard and got so far. But in the end, I guess it kind of mattered. Props to Petit Planet for making failure a part of the game. Gaslight you. I can't gaslight on demand. I don't know what I should say. What is my goal here? You know? What am I trying to achieve? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I can make it. Oh, I can make it. I hope this is the thing that she needs. I hope this is what she... What are you thinking about? Okay, you're not thinking anymore. That's really good gaslight. I guess so. I don't know. Alright, let's see if this is the key to finally getting them to give me 5 stars on their homey design. No, I still need her bed. I don't have her bed. She does not care about the mirror. She doesn't care. It's fine. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get them to give me the materials for the homey designs. This is the most frustrating part of the game. Undoubtedly. Me shaking them by their collars. Give me the design I need. Yep. Yep, I did learn their secret. Is it time to consult Discord? No, because everyone in the Discord is having the same issue. Like, you just gotta wait for them to have the idea and be thinking really hard about it. And then you can have the homey design. It is. It's very annoying. I'm very annoyed. I had to come back and look at the dress to ease my mind. It's very cute. Okay. Anyways. I keep instinctually going back to the Looney Mart thing because I'm like, maybe the designs have mysteriously appeared. Maybe they are mysteriously there. But alas, it seems that is not the truth. Did I disconnect? Oh, please tell me I didn't disconnect. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. Good. I am really glad that I didn't disconnect. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm happy about that. Alright, we're gonna finish Isaki's quest because, man, heat is just ruining my beach. What is up, bud? People, wanna go fishing with me? Thought you're scared of fish. Fish? No, I'm not scared anymore. But you didn't catch any fish? You're right. That's weird. I always make sure to cast my hook right into the water. How come there's no fish? You need to cast the hook near the shadows. Aha, I see. So that's how you fish. Thank you for the lesson, Master. And now it's my turn to fish up a huge fish. Bang, bang, boom, boom, splish, splash, whoosh. I caught one. I think it's a real fish. No way. This can't be happening. The fish is back in the water now. It's okay. Fable, thank you so much. I've always said I want to get stronger and win the Supreme Bug Championship with Beetle. That's why I have to overcome the fear inside. To be honest, I used to be too scared to even leave my home. Then one dangerous night, the first Beetle saved me and we became part. We've seen this before. We did this yesterday. We did this whole thing yesterday. Hi, Dip. How are you, my dear? Welcome home. Isaki at your service. Hello, I'm not doing anything strange. I just want to talk. Try my best not to sleep at noon. I can do it. I'm not getting sleepy. Not sleepy at all. I can see that. Hello. Here's a gift for you. A gift for me? Yeah, I got buggies. I got plenty of buggies. Let's see. Here. Have this forest caterpillar hunter. Big buggies. Do what? My favorite furniture type? Decoration. Okay. You know, I've noticed that my villagers don't actually send me mail. Unless I've been avoiding my mailbox and haven't been checking. But at least 2 of my villagers yesterday said that they would send me mail. And they have. What's up? What's up, Frostia? Oh, okay. She's just chill. That's all she's doing. What was I gonna do? I can't remember. I had something I was gonna do, and that's why I came over here. Oh, what was it? I was thinking about bugs. Isaki was over here. I don't remember. Okay, let's check our villagers. We have maxed out his neighbor events. We've maxed out her things, and these we're gonna read in just a little bit. We're gonna do a deep dive in onto all of this. Okay, Isaki. We've got this. Yeah, his we'll do a deep dive into as well. Okay, let me see. I have this bottle. Everyone else is locked, but I can use it on Saki. Okay, everybody else is at level 8. So I guess I have to... I have to do another quest for him. Hi. Saki. What happened? Fable, Beetle, he's run away from home. This doesn't make sense. We promised we'd win the championship. How could it just abandon me and whoosh, take off like that? I've searched everywhere, but I couldn't find it. Probably flew off to some random islet. It's not like I'm worried about getting lost. I just... Could you take me to the islets to look for Beetle? Alright, let's go. Let's go right away. Oh, we're going now. Oh, we're in the game. Stop right there, Beetle. You can't hide from me. I will catch you. Okay. Wait, can I still pick up stuff? Oh, we're in the game for real. Beetle! You cowardly deserter! All you had to do was finish 999 push-ups, 999 sit-ups, 999 pull-ups, and 999 planks to massively power up the Kokoro Ichiru. But you... Is that training routine even safe? There's nothing wrong with the Kokoro Ichiru routine. I can do it too. I can just push through. As my battle partner and best bud, Beetle should too. To have had the courage to push through till the end. Only the strongest and bestest trainers compete in the Supreme Bug Championship, and if newcomers like us don't give it our absolute all, we won't even make it through the preliminaries. This proves that I haven't really gotten stronger at all. I'm still just the same weakling I've always been. I'm just so scared. I think Beetle might be scared too. Beetle is scared too? I've only been thinking about myself, haven't I? I completely ignored how it must be feeling. Oh, look at his eyes right now. He's so cute. I'm so sorry. It's too late now. Beetle's really not coming back, is it? Is this the end of our bond? No, it's not the end. You're right. The bond between us won't break this easily. Our bond, something that represents our connection. I got it. It's the handcrafted insect lamp. It's your everyday routine. You're so full of spirit. Beetle and I promised each other that if either of us ever lost our way, we'd follow the light of the handcrafted insect lamp and find the right path again. I'll go gather the materials we need to make one right now. That's what they call me. Thank you for not giving up on me. Let's work together and bring Beetle home. What materials do we need? Here are your materials. I don't know what materials we need. Okay. There you go. Aw, hi Mai. Welcome home. So many materials. These are more than enough. You're seriously amazing crafter, indeed. This goes here. Come on, just stick already. Stick. All done. The handcrafted insect lamp. Now we place the insect lamp somewhere open, and Beetle should be able to see it indeed. Okay. Is the insect lamp something that I have? Do I possess the insect lamp? Is this it? No. What is it? No. What am I looking for? I wish that it just gave me the item and I didn't have to search for it. My inventory is too full, I can't find anything. What is the insect lamp? Is it one of those things where it could be something? Or it could be something else? Man. This is a normal lamp. This is a shelf. Oh, I don't know. Decided to make a handcrafted to rekindle. I should accompany him to the location. Oh, does he have it? Let's set it up together. Okay, he has it. So I was being too extra. That's my bad. Beetle! Beetle, I'm glad that you came to meet me. I know I've been neglecting your feelings. I'm sorry, I promise, I really promise. I'll never ignore your feelings again. But if you still don't want to come home, then I guess I can... Beetle, I understand now. We're never ever splitting up. We're gonna become the champion duo, indeed. They're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. I should have stayed on that island for a little bit and see if I could get some of the wood that I need. It's so sweet. Isaki and Beetle came together at last. Oh, hi Isaki. Are we chilling? Is your bug cage moving? I have a particular hatred for the unicolored scarab beetle. Do you have space to shelter this? Sure. I wonder if the villagers ever give you things that you don't have, like fish and stuff that you don't have. That would be interesting. Oh, we returned to the fish room. They are babies, you're so sweet. Is Sasaki still following me? Is that why he ran right up to me? I guess he's not following me now. Oh, only fish. Hello, only fish. Why is it only fish? Never mind, space in. And block another fish stand. Another stand for fish. Never happened, only food. I have a room where it's just fish. You're never gonna believe it. A whole room of just fish. And I call it my only fish room. And this is it. Where there's just fish. Oh, your death on the only food. I see, I see. We got a bunch of stuff. My Omnipedia is almost full. I think I have enough tickets to unlock the next display stand. You could have said OnlyFans. Oh, you could have. That would have been good. OnlyFans. Let's see if I can use the rest of this. I think that everybody is now max. Oh, I have another quest for Isaki apparently. Okay. This man has a million quests. Alright, first we're going to see if we have enough vouchers for this stuff. Hi Snake! How are you doing? Are you at work today? I hope you have a good work day. You took this week off of work? Hi! You got any big plans? Big work plans? Or big relax plans? If I had a week off of work, I'd just sleep the whole week. I'd lie in bed and I'd read novels and I'd sleep and play Infinity Nikki. That's what I would do. Eat hot chip and lie. But Twitch is too much to sneak in. Oh, I gotcha. Nikki. It used to be when I worked in a bakery. If there was a streamer that I really liked, I would put their stream on my phone, and then the bakery let us have like earbuds without cords, wireless earbuds. So I would listen to my favorite streamers while I worked in the kitchen. I went to the mall today to get some steps in, but no plans. Oh, I see. Need to work on all the in-progress games I have. Yeah. Get your list done. You're at your desk today, so it's easy to sneak. I am glad. I love it when my friends can sneak some fun into their day. Need hot chip. I woke up and like the first thing that I wanted to do was eat Doritos. I don't know why. I was like, I need to eat Doritos right now. Right after I woke up. Sometimes you just crave hot chip. I understand it. I think people at work don't like that I have earbuds in all day. But I do not care. As long as it doesn't interfere with your work. Like, why does it matter? Yeah, you gotta have your streamers in your ear. How else are you supposed to work? One, two, three, four. I only have 4 more buggies that we need. It depends. I go back and forth a lot. Right now, I'm on a Cool Ranch binge. I guess not binge because I don't eat chips a lot. I have to be in the mood for chips, which, as we have discovered, happens rather randomly and without cause. I really like. I probably eat chips once a week. Like, I'll sit down and eat a serving of chips once a week, and then I really don't do it again for a while. And I have an issue where I'll buy bags of chips, and the chips will go stale before I can finish them. Because I eat chips so sparsely. But, like, when you want chips, you want chips. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think we don't have collection tasks here. Yeah, I love chips. I just like, I don't know. Lately, I haven't been as into chips. When I was younger, all the time I'd eat chips. I was always eating chips. I have half a dozen partial bags of chips sitting around at any type of moment. Well, they're all in my kitchen, so they're not near me. But I think I have like half a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos that I haven't touched in a month. I have like a full bag of sour cream and onion Lay's that I haven't opened for about 2 weeks. And then I have Fritos that I haven't touched. So, like, you know, I just need to stop buying chips. Well, maybe just have like 1 bag of chips at a time. I just don't eat them that often. I don't eat them often, but they're always there when I'm ready. Yeah. Never tried Fritos. I really like Fritos, but they're corn-based. They're not for everyone. Yeah, more Petit Planet. We're about to jump into the deep dive of all of the villagers. Hi! Welcome home! They're very corny, just like me. Aha, 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 you're so corny. I remember when I was younger, I played this dating game, this Otome game, and one of the lines in the Otome game was something along the lines of, "You're so corny, you could go to a corn festival." And that was the line. And I, for some reason, have internalized that line because it was so silly. Why the corn festival? Okay, I think I have enough. Nikki isn't available tomorrow, and isn't available tomorrow here until 1 p.m. Oh, is Nikki already in maintenance? I didn't think it was in maintenance yet. Okay. You're so corny, you could be a tortilla. That's so funny. It's in maintenance already? I didn't think it went to maintenance until tomorrow. Oh, you're saying later. Okay. Later it goes into maintenance. Oh, there's Isaki. Hey, Isaki. Fable, wait. Fable. You're finally here. I did a lot of weird things before, and I even had a fight with Beetle and made it run away. But thanks to you for helping me again and again. Through you, I learned what true friendship, courage, and a balanced diet really means. So, you gonna give me a thank you gift? That's right. Let's have a proper bug battle. Oh! The battle began. I'm counting on you, Beetle. I choose the insect that gave Moors a lot of trouble. Use Kokoro Ichiru Charging Strike. Times, hours, maybe. I didn't think that the update dropped until 10 p.m. EST, which for you is like... Sorry, a big yawn. 10 p.m. my time is like, I don't know, like 7 a.m. your time, I think. Something like that. Because you're like probably 6 to 8 hours ahead of me, I think. Yeah, 3 a.m. Okay, so we're on the same page. Maybe. If the update drops for you at 3 a.m., then we're on the same page, yeah. Use a counter. I won't give up. Beetle, keep at it. Use Kokoro Ichiru X Charging Strike. Take this one head on too. Boom, 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 bang, 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 clash, ping, kaboom. I lost. But you know what? I'm not scared at all. Losing is not that scary after all. Now I feel ready to enter the real Bug Championship. You're already very brave. Really? Thank you, Master Fable, for your dedicated guidance this time. I've never made such progress before. Sorry, I was Beetle looking like I food. The beetle is a tough combat beetle. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted for a second. What's up, Isaki? How did I get on Fable? I'm definitely not trying to sneak into the Omni Gallery because I've reached his daily visit limit. I'm fine. I want to stay in the Omni Gallery, but Dr. Morris is there in the Grand Hall, and I have to find a way to distract him. Could you help me out? I'll take care of that. Really? Thank you so much. Then I'll leave it to you, Master Fable. Keep talking to him and don't let him turn around. I'll use my Kokoro camouflage to sneak in. I want to know why Sasani was here. Okay. Can I get a jar of Luca? Oh. Why does it say collect a jar of Luca? I was like, if I could get a jar of Luca without having to do the whole new designs, that'd be great, but no luck, it seems. I'm so sorry, my notifications are blowing up right now. I'll close that. That's why I keep getting distracted. Please, excuse me, for some reason I can't seem to shake the feeling that there's something behind me. Like it's right behind me. Now, don't turn around. Look into my eyes. Huh? Do you need something from me? I'll definitely help if I get. Look at him blushing. Look, blushing. Do I look good? Well, from a biomorphological perspective, your cranial structure is quite symmetrical and conforms to standard specimen. I can't believe that we're flirting with Moors right now. What? Wait, unless there's a deeper meaning to the question. If you need anything, please let me know. What? He got out of there. He got out of there. He's like, I can't flirt with the owl woman. I am fish. That feel when you can't flirt with the owl woman because you're a fish. Isaki's quest is so involved. Like, some of them have evolved quests and some of them don't. What's up, Isaki? Fable, this place is absolutely a Kabutamaro paradise. Kabutamaro is crawling wildly in the grass, sitting perfectly on still trees and buzzing, swooshing through the air. This place has it all. The last time I was here, I couldn't help but trying to tame every beetle here. But Morris caught me before I could. He said, the beetles here are testaments to my dedication to ecology. I totally understand that. Why do all Hoyoverse characters have like this underlying sense of flirtation? You know what I'm saying? I always feel like I'm getting flirted with. Doesn't matter what game I play. Sorry, I'm stretching at the same time. Every game, I'm like, they're flirting with me. I promised him I wouldn't tame any of them. I can resist the urge to catch them, but it's impossible not to visit the beetle paradise. I know it's my own fault for misbehaving and making Dr. Morris ban me, but I can't help but ask you to sneak me in anyway. So besides thanking you, I really should say I'm sorry. What's going on here? And this is where he finds out my flirting wasn't real. After that, to make up to Morris, Isaki spent an entire day cleaning the Omni Gallery. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay. Looks like we're done there. Do I have all of the entries now? Let's see if I have all the entries. I've got all of her entries. Got all of his entries. I'm pretty sure I have all of Young Gal's entries. Yeah, I got all her entries. Got all Tiger's entries. And I've got all of Dorschlang's entries. Alright, now for the meat of the stream. Are we ready for the deep dive into the neighbors? We excited? I'm gonna let you all pick. Who are we gonna start with? Deep dive. It's deep dive time. I'm gonna read to you their backstories, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what that means for them and our opinions and stuff like that. Dorschlang? We want to start with Dorschlang? Alright, let's start with Dorschlang. Dorschlang is a Taurus, born May 2nd. That's really interesting. He likes red and natural fiber. He does not like insects. And he makes hats. Okay, we'll do Dorschlang and then we'll do Meadowland after Dorschlang. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Dorschlang, dream collecting journey in the mountains. This was Dorschlang's 5th year as a hat-making apprentice. On this day, he was inspecting 2 hat flowers by the window, carefully considering which would better complement his spring welcoming hat. Suddenly, he heard a cry for help from his senior in the courtyard. The dry materials were in disarray, scattered and blown about by the harsh wind. Amidst thundering steps, Dorschlang rushed back and forth, while his colossal form that threatened to blot out the sky, collecting all the pieces in his arms at a moment's notice. His senior, who just so happened to pass by with stacks of new fabric, called on him for help as well. The cook then appeared with 2 buckets of sweet soup and handed them to him with a smile, asking if he could drop them off on the canteen on the way. Dorschlang nodded solemnly at all these requests, but his eyes shone with confidence from being trusted with important duties. Meanwhile, up on the rooftop, Master Sprock munched on roasted silkworm cocoons and clicked her tongue in annoyance as she watched the big fellow busy about the yard. Soon she finished off her last skewer in one swoop. A skewer was cast, and it struck and bounced off Dorschlang's back. He paused, scratched the spot in confusion, then turned and looked up. On the rooftop, Dorschlang sat obedient by the grill with his feet and hands tucked inward. On the other side, Master Sprock stood with folded arms, looking down at her student. "How long have you been my student?" she asked, but before he could answer, she pointed to his nose and continued, 5 years. It's about time for you to graduate." Dorschlang sat quietly with a serious face, lost in thought. The awkward silence grew between them as it always did, until Master Sprock finally hopped off the parapet in frustration. Suddenly, she was a full 5 heads shorter than him, but her chirping and scolding lent her such a domineering presence. She recounted and lectured him on his actions, from the 6 wall-breaching incidents across 5 years to the all-too-tidy yarn pile from last night. "You're a hat maker. Stop letting trivial matters occupy your time and go think about why we make hats," she said. Dorschlang sheepishly scratched his head and nodded, which irritated his master so much that her white feather scarf went askew. Dorschlang used to be someone weak who needed protection and sheltering from others, but everyone in the workshop had seen him accidentally breaking table legs, crushing teacups, and cracking plates. Therefore, they thought the gentle giant must have been too humble about his strength. For Dorschlang, he counted his luck among the stars to be able to help the weak with what strength he possessed. It wasn't about meeting anyone's expectations. It was about having the ability to say, "I want to, therefore I can." Master Sprock said he hadn't figured it out yet. Master Sprock watched Dorschlang as he left and remembered how her bright-eyed student dug her out of a pile of magazines in the basement 5 years ago. No, scratch that part. She was standing atop the magazine pile with arms crossed, quizzing him about hats, as he answered everything perfectly. Learning on his own in secret. How dare he? She was so angry that she hopped off the pile and twisted her ankle. No, scratch that part too. She was by the magazine pile and saw how Dorslang recreated every hat on the pages with Freed's. The audacity to learn in secret, she turned away with a scowl. Even so, Dorslang had earned approval with a come to class at 8 a.m. sharp tomorrow. It evoked a special kind of joy and anticipation in him, one that was quite different from the feeling of helping others. 5 years had passed since Dorslang became a hat-making apprentice. On this day, he chose a dandelion as the flower for his spring welcoming hat. Carrying his new hat-making chest, he set out to journey once more. He still dreamt of the past, of the Rocky Mountain paths, the snow, the forest, the ever-flowing winds, and the gently swaying foxtails. A breeze set the dandelion on his hat towards distant mountains to collect their streams. He wondered who it would stir awake this time. Wow. So he is a bull in the china shop, essentially. Doing a big stretch. He's just like a good guy. He's like a sweet guy, and he just wants to help everyone. And his master is like, hey, you need to focus on yourself. But he just loves being able to help people so much that he doesn't want to stop doing it. Because he's like, well, people aren't as strong as I am. Yeah, I know, that's just chapter 1. These are very thorough. That's why I dedicated a whole stream to just the deep dives into the characters, because that's just the first chapter. So we're gonna continue reading his chapters. But yeah, he's a really sweet character. And these are all very long. That's the thing, is that these characters are actually really detailed. Much more than you think. Alright, so let's get into chapter 2 of Dorslang. The world outside the hat. It was Dorslang's first day at the Galactic Bazaar. All his life he had felt adrift in a vast sea of people, without direction, without a place to belong. After hauling 5 boxes of goods for a shopkeeper at the corner, it suddenly occurred to him that everyone here was so small, and he was incredibly strong in comparison. Maybe I can help them? The revelation filled him with unprecedented joy and the urge to act, but he must stay calm. A slight turn of his body was enough to send someone flying. Moo? Wasn't someone here just now? After 8 victims, 6 cracked chairs, 4 shattered steps, and 3 flattened billboards, all eyes were trained on him with terror. He spent all of his money making amends, then hurried through every intersection, anxiously avoiding anyone who came too close. Finally, he found a quiet corner to settle in. Crouching down, he took a deep breath and reminded himself to exercise more self-restraint. When he lifted his head again, he realized he was at a high point in the bazaar. Following the sound of music, he saw cheerful crowds, lively stages, and a shimmering magician's tent below. This place probably isn't right for him. Dorslang scratched his head nervously and shook it. No, it wasn't about fitting in. He left home to find his buddy and bring him back. Dorslang looked at the stage again as another group of laughing performers took their turn. This was the world of dreams and aspirations that his buddy lived in. Would he even want to return with him at all? Lost in thought, Dorslang found himself drawn closer to the stage. The mesmerizing lights kept shifting, and no one noticed when one of the light poles started to wobble. He instinctively caught the falling pole, but when he turned around, he saw countless fearful, confused eyes staring at him, as if trying to see through his otherness. In this world, he could easily destroy everything with the slight movement of his hand. His turquoise beads, horned barbaric hat, towering build, and thunderous voice. Everything about him struck fear in others. He realized then that being powerful and mighty wasn't something to be proud of after all. Frightened by their fear, Dorjong fled in panic, accidentally bumping into something as he ran. Amidst the rising dust, dizzy and disoriented, Dorjong saw a massive figure approaching. He could barely contain his excitement at the prospect of meeting someone like himself. The dust settled, but Dorjong didn't see anyone. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who broke down the walls of my workshop? Dorjong looked down and saw a little one wearing a white feather scarf. She looked up at him judgingly. You again. So we've gone back in time. This is before he met his master. So he came from like a Viking land, apparently. That's what I'm reading. Some kind of like Viking land that, you know, he was big and bulky and not everything was so easy to crush. And now he's running into his master, who obviously has a bit of a temper. Dorjong kept a serious face as he pondered how someone so little could exude such immense presence. The lengthy silence between them irritated the smaller one, and she jumped up and smacked Dorjong right on his head. Who are you trying to bluff with that hat? I'll give you credit for helping with the light pole, but now you've got to pay for my walls. The smack snapped Dorjong out of it. He adjusted his hat and bowed humbly as he patted his chest. This is my fault, and I'll take full responsibility, he said. This was Dorjong's first day at the Galactic Bazaar. It was also the day he met Master Sprock, and surprisingly, he didn't need to become stronger. He just needed to appear more approachable. That's when he took off the fierce-looking hat of his and changed how he interacted with and saw the world around him, starting with working to pay off the damage he caused. He came here for a reason, but he couldn't remember what. That's kind of sad. He forgot he was looking for his buddy. At least that's what I think's happened, because he came here looking for his buddy. And he got distracted by Master Sprock and making hats, I guess. Because he started making hats to pay for Master Sprock's workshop, it seems like. And he's just such a good guy and loves to help so much that he didn't really question it. I know, he's such a sweet guy. Dandelions on the snowy mountain. It was the 9th day of Dorjong's arduous journey across the endless mountains. He had prepared himself for the inevitable solitude that came with leaving home, but as he woke from a dream, he found a figure basking under the moon. Doggy, his childhood companion, had secretly followed him. It was grinning and lolling its tongue as if to say, "Took you long enough to notice me." The old herders used to tell a story of how a flood once swept little Dorjong out of a shed where he'd been sunbathing. When they finally found him, Doggy was whimpering, and Dorjong was crying even louder. The two little ones had just opened their eyes and were wrestling each other under an ownerless hat. Everyone thought they'd go their separate ways, but some bonds once formed could only deepen. As time passed, Dorjong grew up to be the weakest in the tribe, while Doggy became the alpha of the canines. However, the herders had always suspected that Doggy was actually a grassland wolf. Ooh. Whenever it tried to howl, Dorjong would gently hold its muzzle shut, worried that it might leave with a wolf pack that picked up its call. Doggy's name was simply Doggy. It stayed by Dorjong's side through everything like a faithful guardian, herding with him, wrestling with him, accompanying him on pilgrimages to the mountain tops. Even now, it wanted to keep him company on his journey away from home. Unable to convince Doggy to leave, Dorjong could only watch as it busied itself with scouting the path ahead, lagging behind, catching up again, and panting breathlessly with stalks of foxtail in its mouth, and even a rabbit. Wait, drop that right now. You know, Doggy, it's so cute. Strange. This was supposed to be a journey that took them farther and farther away from home, but with Doggy's company, every day he felt blessed with luck like all the days before. Still, danger and uncertainty grew ever closer, and when he picked up the dull cracking sounds echoing through the quiet mountains, he knew an avalanche was coming. By the time he woke up, between a slush of mud and snow, he had no idea how long he'd been buried. A wet tongue licked his eyes, blurring the moon in his vision, and under it he saw Doggy whimpering and digging through the snow. So the deity has blessed me after all, he thought and smiled, not daring to make a sound for fear of stirring the mountain again. Doggy had suffered a broken hind leg and a gash on his scalp. Dorjong applied some medicinal herbs to the wound and grabbed some foxtail to weave a little hat so as to keep Doggy from scratching its head. Holding his companion, Dorjong thought about turning back to their village, but the way back was even longer and more continuing for it. Doggy barked furiously in protest as if to say, all my work would have been for nothing if you turned back now. Man and dog then traveled even further. Deep in the night, by a stream, Dorjong rested his head on his luggage and watched as Doggy snored beside him. He hadn't noticed the whites in its fur before, realizing just how old it had grown. It's only minor injuries, we'll heal soon, he told himself as he fell asleep. Wolf howls came to Dorjong's dreams, and he opened his eyes. Unsure if they were actually opened, Dorjong believed he saw Doggy on a moonlit hill with head raised to the sky. Its graying fur seemed to glow as it let out the longest unverted cry in its life, and the woods answered with an echoing chorus of wolf song. When he woke from the dream, the moonlight figure was gone, and next to him there was only a foxtail hat. His companion had kept watch under the moon, coming and departing in soft silence. No mountains or rivers, nor winds of the highlands could ever scatter the memories of its devoted silhouette. Though years may pass, its form remains, timeless beneath the moonlight's glow. Though the permafrost before dawn may never melt, the warmth in his heart endures. It was the 39th day of Dorjong's arduous journey across the endless mountains. He stood at a station in the Star Sea and glanced back at the dawn-gilded peaks of his homeland. Sorry guys, I don't mean to yawn. My bad. He tucked the little foxtail hat into his luggage and moved on. The boy, once sheltered by so many, had finally made it over the mountains. Oh, that's so sweet. So he had like an alpha wolf with him. He had like an alpha wolf, and he was sort of the runt of his people. And so he was crossing the mountains with his wolf. But because his wolf had never really been around other wolves, when it heard the wolf call, it went home. And that's how Dorjong lost Doggy. Well, didn't lose, but Doggy found his people. I think that's what we gleaned from that. But that's so sweet. Okay, sorry, just taking a sip before we continue. Yeah, Doggy found a home. It is really bittersweet. Over the mountain, far from home. This was Dorjong's 16th year living on the highland pastures. Back then, he knew nothing of the world beyond. Dorjong was seen as someone who needed protection in his tribe. He thought if he could be a little stronger and a little tougher, put on a stern face, and look a little fiercer, then maybe he would actually become more capable. Perhaps due to his frailty, there were many things off limits to him, like going down to the river, wrestling, or herding alone. Concerned gazes followed him around wherever he tried to get involved. The old herder who tutored him said that his body wasn't as strong because he carried all the good fortune of the highlands on his head. That he was a child blessed by their deity. Interesting. Whenever they took him out to herd, the wolves would scatter, snowstorms would cease, and blood-sucking insects would disperse. Dorshong wanted to believe in it. During the ceremonial wrestling match held to honor their deity, Dorshong sat by the lakeside and watched the spectacle of fervor and power. Out of place and even slightly dissonant with the scene was the low, chanted verses from the herder next to him. When chaos gave birth to earth and sky, white yak from the lotus did arise, with ears that hear all earthly things, nose that sense far and wide, wings to soar o'er mountains and rivers, hooves to race across plains and fissures. He is the mighty mountain high, he is the gentle flowing stream, he is the father working hard, he is the mother's loving heart, he tames the strong and lifts the meek, his righteous name through ages speak, his legend in our hearts engraved, through song we sing in ages praise. Oh my. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, we're not done yet. That's just the incantation that the herder was speaking. The deep religious lore of Dorshong's people. I'm just like taking a second to soak that all in. I was not expecting like a spiritual religious arc. So I'm like, oh my god. It's religion. I also have to reset something on my dashboard. But it gives me just a second to like soak that in. Because he apparently comes from a very like devout society. Okay. The song spoke of the Highland deity. Legend has it that he looked just like everyone else in the tribe, with long flowing hair, a strong athletic build, and mighty long horns that he danced to the heavens and sang for the earth. Behold, it brings success. Behold, it's filled with fortune, and behold, it possesses the eternal. Dorshong caught himself humming along. He glanced at his own reflection in the emerald lake. Me? I look nothing like the deity, Moo. A buddy from a neighboring tribe came over. Dorshong could see his messy hair and his beautiful sturdy horns that put his own feeble ones to shame. His buddy stroked his chin in deep thought. They say not to mind what others think, but that's easier said than done. Hearing is a way for us to feel the world, he said. A hat with solid long horns was then placed on Dorshong's head. Now you look like a tough guy. Put on the hat and you can become whoever you want. Come on, show us your angry face. In the lake's reflection, Dorshong did look quite mighty, and just like that, the kid was fooled by his buddy. Among the first of them to think leaving was his buddy. Pulling Dorshong along, he made grand plans of how he would conquer the endless mountains and see the world beyond in pursuit of his dreams. Dreams? What are dreams? Brothers stick together until the end, so you're coming along too, Dorshong. Dorshong was worried that he'd hold his buddy back, being as frail as he was, but his friend had unwavering faith in him. Before they left, his buddy got loaning a couple of barley buns from an old herder. Dorshong went for the rescue, but froze in the doorway. You've no right to keep him on the pastures forever. On the glittering highlands where heaven is just a few steps away, too many struggle to make the journey because of a weighted heart. You've never believed in him. You just think he's weak and needs protection. Outside the house, Dorshong listened as Doggy came over. As always, it sat beside him, panting with a lolling tongue, as if saying, "Eavesdropping too, huh?" How long will you deceive him with these words? Are you going to keep sheltering him his whole life? Dorjan gazed up at the sunset's glow as the deity watched over the highlands. There's no divine blessing. He has the same horns and fur on his head as us, plus a yak horn hat that I traded with barley buns. Please let all my good fortune rest upon my buddy's head. I have my own dreams and my own path to follow, so I won't stay. But save half the barley bun for him. I'm leaving this place. May he be safe, free, prosperous on the journey of his dreams. This was Dorjlong's 16th year living on the highland pastures. In the empty house his buddy left behind, an old herder threw him a bundle of supplies, his mustache bristling with anger. He told Dorjan to get out of there and bring back his good-for-nothing buddy. Finally, he understood that there was a kind of longing in this world that words cannot capture. He wanted to cross this mountain, and the next one after, and countless more after. Okay, so Dorjlang has like an actual friend who looks like him. Who was kind of a, not a well-liked guy. And Dorjlang apparently is like some kind of like god deity of his people, which is insane. He's like a deity of luck, if I'm reading this right. He has this spitting image of the god that his people worship, and despite him being a runt and being frail, they hold him in high regard. And so now he's going on this pilgrimage to find his friend. Or something? That was a little hard to follow, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's crazy work. What? There was the whole thing about Doggy, and Doggy went off to his pack? I'm Confucian. I'm Confucian. Dorjlang. What? Yeah. I mean, he's just like a good guy who wants to help people around him. And I guess that in itself is very like deity-like. And it's kind of strange that to his people he's very, very weak, but to the people outside of his culture, he's incredibly strong. Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. There was a religion based around a god, and Dorjlang might be a god, and he's very lucky, and he makes hats because he has like, he's apprenticed to this person who he accidentally destroyed their hat making situation. It's a wild adventure. I'm still kind of sitting with it for a second. This is just the one guy. Yeah. And then there's a wolf. That's kind of crazy. I never would have guessed. Huh. I never would have guessed. I'm like looking for more information, but that's it. That's all we know about him. That there's like a whole planet of his people. Well, I mean, you're a good company. He makes hats, so you can get a hat if you want a hat. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to check out the VOD, because it was a lot. Reading it was a lot. Like, I'm kind of mind blown right now. I'm just sitting back. Are all of their stories gonna be like this? Like, that intense? I feel like that was really intense. Okay. We said Meadowland next, so I think Madeline's story will probably not be so dark. I don't think Dorsong's was dark. It was just complex. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm glad that I set aside time. I know. I mean, I knew that there was going to be a level of that. Because, you know, Hoyoverse. But the cow religion, you know? The cow religion. Okay, I am putting my jacket back on because I'm a little cold. It's not that cold here, but it's a little cold, and I figure being bundled up helps me. With a character like Madeline, who is a plushie themed character. Madeline is born July 5th, which I believe makes her a Leo. That's cute. She makes a good Leo. A cute Leo. Madeline, yeah. She's adorable. We love her. Alright. Let's get into the story. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I feel like even though I'm reading these out loud, there's a piece of me that's like, what am I reading? Oh my. Okay. Before the ball, every strand in place. It was the day before Madeline's coming of age ceremony. When the matrons pushed open the door, they found her diligently making the final preparations for the coiffure ball. As tradition demanded, her hair was styled to perfection, not a strand out of place, not too many nor too few. The coiffure ball was a traditional coming-of-age ceremony for her kind, known for its demanding standards of perfection. From a young age, children were taught to care for their hair with the utmost attention. The strict grooming rituals demanded that they sit tall, move gracefully, and maintain perfect composure at all times. The strands used to craft commemorative hair work were, as the old song went, smooth as silk and near divine in quality. A lot of divine stuff. Hey, random request, but while you're reading, do you think you could move your model? Oh, you don't, okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta work on this for a second. Wee. Okay. I'm just moving. Yeah, sorry. Better? Okay. I almost feel disoriented. Like my mind just did a whoosh thing. Anyways, Um, this is crazy. She also comes from a planet where they have, like, divine standards. Madeline. The old song went, smooth as silk and near divine in quality, no trace of impurity, no sign of breakage, no hint of frizz, no weight of sorrow, as smooth as satin, as gentle as song, thus it grows, thus it is flawless. Holy cow, the standards. I know we got like divine legend and I'm like, what has this lamb been through? And Madeline was the finest among them, or rather, she was about to become the finest of all. The hair matrons helped Madeline curl the last of her strands. The hair matrons? Because their hair is divine, apparently. Watching her sit so still and focused, one of the matrons closed the door softly behind her and sighed. The poor child hadn't slept in 2 whole days, all for the sake of the ball. Oh my god. Madeline didn't even notice the matron's departure. She was too caught up in her frustration. The moment her hair passed through the bead string, it lost its shape, refusing to form the rounded flower-shaped curve she needed. She didn't notice either when a soft gurgling sound began to fill the room, as if there was something quietly rolling somewhere nearby. What? What? I'm sorry. A soft gurgling sound of something rolling? Madeline, what's going on here, honey? Are you a divinity? Like, what? Are all of these villagers divinities from different planets? I guess she's not a divinity technically. They just hold themselves to divine standards. But that's crazy that they're so specific about their hair. Like, not a hair can be out of place. She does have nice hair. I will say that much. I wonder if she's, like, rebellious against her people? Or what her story is. Oh, is the thing rolling around a yarn ball? And maybe, like, she uses her plushie making as a way to escape the harsh standards of her people? Maybe that's what we're going with here. Okay, let's find out. At first, it was just a round, fuzzy thing that rolled past her in a blur. Madeline paid it no mind. She figured it was just something her tired eyes had made up after staying awake too long. Sorry. She figured it was just something her tired eyes had made up after staying awake too long. But then came another, and another. More yarn balls skittered in by the second. Before she could react, they had taken over the entire room. They crowded into every corner, gurgling as they bumped and bundled together, leaving a trail of chaos around them. I feel like gurgling is the wrong word here. What yarn ball gurgles? Like, gurgle is like the wet mouth sound. It's not like a yarn ball sound. I think we're just misusing the word gurgling here. I think that's what it is. Because when I read that, it like implies something really scary. And this doesn't seem scary. Maybe the yarn has a wet mouth. I would hate to think so. I would really hope that it doesn't. A yarn ball with mouthwash. I hope not. Also, hi Yono, hi Gochu, welcome home. It's good to see you. Madeline stood frozen. She realized she couldn't find a single word to describe what she was seeing. The yarn balls, like mischievous sprites, rolled about as they snatched up the delicate hair accessories in the room, giving each other makeshift hats and mustaches. Soon they turned into wobbly little creatures, decked out in hairpins and proud handlebar mustaches, doing their best to look like grown-ups. Everything was a mess. Were they gurgling? I guess these yarn balls... because when I thought yarn ball, I thought like string wound up in a ball, but I don't think that's what this is. I think it's just like fuzzy little bar. We're like talking about creatures. So maybe they weren't gurgling. I don't know. Everything was a mess. Madeline tried to catch the unruly yarn balls, but they didn't give her the slightest chance. One after another, they flung the window open and tumbled out, bouncing away in a chaotic stream. They even took her entire set of fancy combs, scissors, and curling iron with them as they vanished from sight. Yeah, maybe they are tiny sheep. That's a good idea. They could be like tiny sheep or tiny spirits. Madeline rushed to the window and looked outside. Below was a sea of clouds, soft as a bed of cotton. Without a second thought, she leapt after them. She had no idea how much time had passed. It felt like floating in the clouds, like a single feather drifting inside a downy pillow. At last, she landed on something soft, a cushion of floofy grass. I'm having trouble. Okay, so she was at this coming of age event where they are so meticulous about the presentation of their hair, and then these fluff balls came in and they stole all of her stuff and they left, and she jumped out of the window and followed them. Is that what I'm reading here? I think that's what the story is suggesting. That's what? What? Who is coming up with this? Who is writing this? What do you mean? Oh my god. Alright. Mom, we just gotta keep going. Maybe this will figure itself out. I don't know. Dorjlan's was also kind of hard to follow, so maybe these are just hard to follow stories. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we're just rolling with it. No pun intended. A garden of wobbly plushies. Where did such a big little kid come from? Voices chirped from somewhere in the garden. Madeline opened her eyes. Towering above her were flowers, each one taller than she was. The flowers here could talk? She stood up and brushed the dirt from her dress. Thankfully, her bun was still intact. As her eyes wandered, she realized it wasn't just the flowers. Everything in the garden seemed to be watching her. A tiny clay pot, a single blade of grass, a little trowel, a clump of mud, even a patch of soil. Is she having an episode of psychosis? Did she break from the pressure of her coming of age ceremony? I mean that in the gentlest sense. I'm not trying to read her. I'm just like, did she hop into a wonderland induced by the stress of trying to get ready for this event? Is that what's happening? She's having a mental break? Okay, hold on. Let's just keep reading. They all stared with wide, curious eyes and wore expressions that were friendly, if a little odd. They were earthly, plain, a little messy, and yet somehow they felt strangely familiar. She shrieked and ran off down the path. The garden seemed to stretch on forever. Somewhere in the distance, a school bell rang. Madeline dashed toward the only classroom in sight. The windowsill was far too tall for her, but she gathered her strength and leapt up onto it. Through the window, she saw the little children sitting upright, completely absorbed in their crafts lesson. And there, standing among their delicate and flawless creations, was a little girl covered in head to toe in dirt. "Homework's done," the little girl giggled, as if trying to shake off all the dirt clinging to her, with nothing but laughter. In her hands was a lopsided, goofy-looking flower pot, or maybe a plushie, its face twisted into something between a grin and a sob, just like the strange ones Madeline had seen earlier in the garden. The other children burst into laughter, pointing at the dirt smudged all over her hair. The girl looked a little embarrassed. She mumbled as if to explain, "Miss, I just thought that the flower I passed earlier kind of looked like it was smiling." "Flowers don't smile," the teacher said with a frown. "That shape doesn't follow the standard pattern of proportions." "It's okay, miss." The girl pulled the same silly face as the flower pot. "Actually, it doesn't have to be perfect. What I really made was art that turns happy moments into something that lasts forever." Outside the window, Madeline finished the sentence with perfect unison. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. This has to be like her revisiting her own past. This is who she was when she was younger, before she had to fulfill all the expectations of the people around her. So that was it. The little girl in the garden were pieces of who she used to be. So that was it. It didn't have to be perfect, as long as the memory was happy. Yeah. So she did. She had a psychotic break. Where she was like, I can't do it. I can't be here. I have to go to my safe space, and I have to do something that makes me feel like a person. That's that is really dark, actually. That she defaulted to a extreme coping mechanism, this daydream, to be able to cope with the events happening to her. She was so stressed out by her coming of age ceremony. Oh, Madeline. Baby girl. Alright, we got one more chapter to read for Madeline. The runaway plushie from the ball. Because it's her ball and she's the runaway plushie. Surely this year's Golden Comb Award will go to Madeline of the Lucharine family, right? Is that even a question? I heard the council had already saved her a seat, just waiting for her to claim it. I can't wait to see it at all. Can't wait to see it all. As the chimes rang out in front of the Golden Hall, the ball began. Young debutantes, each with a flawless coiffure, made their way into the ballroom in twos and threes. Meanwhile, outside Madeline's room, the hair matrons were in a panic. After the bell had chimed 3 times, the head matron braced herself and forced the door open. Inside Madeline's room, there was no one, nothing but an empty plushie box. A glimmer of gold flickered at the windowsill. As the matron stepped closer, she saw a long, flawless tress of golden hair slip softly down from the ledge. The coiffure ball might never be so perfect again. 3 days after the event, Judge Lucy was snapping her ruler and protractor apart, piece by piece, following the precisely marked lines once used to judge the length and curve of every coiffure. They say the girl left without taking a single hair accessory, only a pair of scissors and some thread. Had she really gone? For those who had already come of age, the puff post boxes by the door had been overflowing lately. From time to time, a floofy little gift would arrive from the Starsea. "Miss Ellie, a floofy violin shouldn't break that easily, right? Shh, that lullaby is our little secret." Matron Ellie smiled at the parcel. Even with one string missing, little Lynn would always go along with it, falling asleep with a grin to an off-key tune. "Cicely, The face-painted bread was so yummy. After eating it, your face get all painted too. Cicely of the Tulip family glanced at the bread plushie in the corner, thinking back to the camping trip with Lynn when they all burned the bread and secretly ate it before anyone could see. Anna, remember when the clams snapped open and splashed us with mud, and then there was nothing inside? Anna, Madeline's old dustmate, carefully opened the floofy clam. This time, there were fluffy, giggling pearls inside. Okay, so she did. She ran off, and she wasn't going to go through with her coming of age to become a matron, or whatever the coming of age means for her specifically. It's kind of ambiguous. And she decided that making plushies was like her coping mechanism, and so she made them to remind all of her friends, like, you never had to be perfect, essentially, which is such a cute thesis for her. What a good thesis. In the Starsea, a small figure walked on, eyes wide with wonder. Her once cropped curls had begun to grow back, but this time there's no need to keep them so carefully in check. Imperfection really isn't such a bad thing. The free wind could now run wild through every soft strand of her hair, and somewhere out there, there must be an even more beautiful memories waiting to be found, right? What a joy it would be to tuck them away in floofy form. That's cute. Madeline's story is very, very cute. Kind of concerning. I'm a little concerned for her mental health, but very cute. Sorry, I'm stretching a bit. Trying to keep my back from hurting. Meow. Hi, Autumn. How are you? Welcome home. It's good to see you. Kind of very concerned for her. I mean, at least she's found a coping mechanism that works for her. Hi! Oh my god, it's optimism. Yeah. I mean, her story is inspiring, at the very least. She did find a way to you know, be herself and not have to hold herself to such high standard. And look at how happy she is. Like, she's gone through it, but she's so joyful and loves her plushie so much that you can really tell that she walks with such confidence. Like, none of this has scared her. What the heck? How did a cat get in here? Optimism. Are you at work today, Autumn? Do you get the week off? Well, probably not. I think we talked about this before, actually, now that I think about it. But if you are at work, I hope it's always at work. Yeah, I figured. I hope it's going easy peasy, with no issues. Yeah. Today we are doing the deep dive stream where we look at all of the villagers. I have to apologize. A wound just reopened and I have an issue. So I gotta go take care of that. I'll only be like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm fine. I just had to go bandage myself. It just means I don't have to work any of that out. Yeah, I remember us talking about that. Well, I hope that the work is super easy. It's okay. I'm okay. It's not a big deal at all. Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I just, like, if it's not something I can be discreet about, I was like, oh god, this is an issue. So that's why I had to go take care of it right away. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was checking something. Yeah, everything's okay. I might take some medicine though. So let me do that really quick. This is a really good time to medicine check. Make sure all of you are taking medicine. If you take medicine, now's a good time. I mean, I can't make you do anything. But if you take medicine, then you won't be like me and have to bandage wounds. Okay. So, I kind of feel like I know what Isaki and Young Gal's stories are going to be. I don't think... Because Dorslong's, just from talking with him, I already had a pretty mild idea of what it was going to be. The whole deity thing I didn't know about. But, I feel like Young Gal and Isaki both... I have an idea of what we're gonna get. His is probably gonna be about the bug battling, and then hers is probably gonna be about like leaving home and grandmama and stuff like that. But I won't be reading hers in a country accent, so if you don't like my country accent, don't worry. I'm not doing that. Tiger, I have no idea what his story is going to be other than like he does archaeological digs and stuff like that. And then I feel like Frostia, we're going to talk about the fact that she's a scholar. Yeah. You know, I was just thinking, I don't know if I've said this before, but I was just thinking it would be really cool if when you max out their friendship, if they change outfits. Like if they get a max bond outfit when you get to their highest level of affection. I think that'd be really cool. So who do we want to do next? We want to do Frostia, Isaki, Young Gal, or Tiger? Which one would you all prefer? I'm gonna go with the first one in chat. Whoever's the first one to respond in chat. Tiger? Okay, let's do Tiger. You're gonna have to tell me how to say his name. I call him Tiger because I don't know how to say his name, but Tiger. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna have to learn how to say his name. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name. The little brother. Ooh, okay. Strap in. The little brother. Under the dim moonlight, a circle of young creatures engaged in animated chatter on the Great Plains. It's my turn. What do you think we should play? No, it's my turn today. I want to go fishing. But you get the next 2 days too. That's not fair at all. It's not my fault you won't be here for your turn. Plus, I need to practice hunting anyway. How about I go instead? There'll be tumbleweeds today, and I want to catch the biggest one. Alright, enough. Let's do this the usual way. Draw lots. One of them pulled out a handful of wooden strips from their pocket, and the circle instantly closed as everyone picked their lot. The triangle mark. I got it. Somebody let out a victorious whistle as the others reluctantly returned their blank strips with pouty faces. And as this was happening, Tiger was going about his usual hunting practices with his younger brother, blissfully unaware of the shenanigans that were about to unfold. His bright, sharp eyes focused intently on the prey mid-flight. He crouched and sprang up in a clean pounce. The soft feathers landed in his palm right on cue, as so did the prey's small form. His little brother clapped in celebration. Plop, said the small pebble that suddenly struck his brother's back. Tiger immediately locked onto the source of the prank with deadly precision. He was on his way to teach the little troublemaker a lesson when his brother spoke up. It's fine. That was our signal. He watched as his brother skipped towards the secret meeting and kept a watch from a respectful distance. Even kids need their privacy, he thought to himself. However, whether it was a telltale winds or the rush of excitement after a successful hunt, Tiger's sensitive ears overheard some of the strange chatter. Weren't you guys supposed to take turns? Why are you here? Taking turns just doesn't work. Drawing lots is way easier. Besides, I got lucky, hehe. You can't blame me for that. Well, fine. You know the rules. Show me the good stuff first. Could it be that his little brother was involved in something written in the sacred laws again? Again with the deities? Again? Why are we all holy? Why are we all divine? Why is there divine lore in Petit Planet? Maybe. I think Madeline is a Leo, though. I didn't see what Tiger is. 8-8. Is that Virgo? I don't think that's Virgo. Is that Cancer? August 8th. I don't know what August 8th is. I'm not that well versed. The Chinese zodiac. Oh, well, Young Gao is a red panda. I mean, we do have, and she's a sheep technically, not a ram. And then she's like I guess a fox of some kind, a kitsune, because she's got multiple tails. So I don't think they're Chinese zodiac. Yeah. We do have the ox and the tiger, but I would be hard-pressed to call Madeline a ram. She doesn't have horns. She's a sheep. Yes, I don't think it's Chinese zodiac. Okay, let's see. Could it be that his little brother was involved in something written in the sacred laws? Before Tiger could put two and two together, the little rascal who had drawn the lucky lot rushed up to him. I see. Big bro radar year. What are we gonna do? Hunting? Chase tumbleweed? Whatever it is, I'm your little brother for today. You're my little brother? What do you mean? Tiger looked down at the kid with pigtails and expectant eyes. His lips twitched as even more questions popped into his head. Well, anyone who draws the lucky lot can be your little brother for the day, for the price of one fish. I already paid mine. As the answer dawned on him, Tiger lifted his head and twitched his ears as he spotted his actual little brother sneaking away. Uh-oh, busted! His little brother, who hadn't gone far, shuddered as the gravity of getting caught red-handed by Tiger descended on him. Finally, Tiger learned why his little brother, who usually complained about never having enough fish to eat, had been sharing half of the catch lately. Oh, this is kind of cute. All the kids like Tiger so much that they all want him to be their big brother. That's cute. What does that have to do with the divine laws? What are the divine laws? That part still gets me. Why are there divine laws? I'm sure we'll find out more about it. Kulabata. This was the first time Tiger had tasted such authentic sand. Okay. He spat a couple times as he stood up. Fine yellow sand rustled and fell with his movements. The lens cap of the recording device was off, and the localized sandstorm was captured in its entirety. Is it filming already? Tiger leaned in closer, blowing away the misbehaving feathers on his headband that had interrupted his curiosity. The camera bobbed up and down, nodding affirmatively in the place of its operator. Well then, welcome to Planet D18's exploration site. I am your Drifting Gale Exploration Team Guide, Tiger. He abducted an innocent emergency flashlight from somewhere to serve as a microphone while skillfully mimicking a documentary host. As you can see, we've just been invited to an exceptionally warm welcome ceremony fresh out of the vehicle, and have even sampled some local delicacies. The cameraman barely stifled a giggle. Tiger tactfully stepped out of frame, leaving the recording to the professionals as he returned his attention to setting up camp. So is he like on a camping trip? With the kids? But the camera faithfully captured everything in sight, including a greenhorn who accidentally tore a hole in the tent just as another wave of yellow sand came with a gust of wind. Fortunately, this one came and went quickly, as Tiger's timely assisted evacuation meant no one was hurt. No one except for the torn tent, now half filled with sand. The greenhorn was at a loss after causing a major blunder as Tiger pulled out his all-purpose tape and started mending the tent. This is perfect. I heard about this thing called sand bath therapy. Maybe we should give it a go? Kulapata, he suggested. That night, the entire team enjoyed a nice, long 3-hour sand bath. Topics from serious expedition work to not-so-serious gossip were exchanged, and the newly assembled team became fast acquaintances in no time. While the windswept sands didn't exactly have any real therapeutic purposes, at the very least, some of his team felt relieved. And as for Tiger, that's all that really mattered. These two stories are so weirdly disconnected. I mean, this is what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the little brother thing, but this one is what I was expecting. For us to... Sorry, I'm spraying my hands right now. For him to, like, be with his exploration team, which he's mentioned. What a weird character so far. Special coming of age gift is the next one. I don't know what to make of him, of his stories right now. He's a big brother type, and he's optimistic, and that's like all I've really gleaned from this thus far. And he like helps to navigate tough situations like sandstorms. Well, that's only his second story. We're on chapter 3 now. I'm just taking my time because I'm trying to like synthesize all the information in my mind, you know? I'm trying to think it through. Alright. It's time for the special coming of age gift, which we know from Medellin that coming of age is like a big deal in different cultures. On the 364th day of his 14th year, I'm sorry, the what? 360. Okay, so the day before his 15th birthday. Why not say that? Why is it weird? Sorry. Okay. He became a runaway on the eve of his adulthood, just like Madeline. They bond so well. He still remembered that phone call from the Drifting Guild travel agency years ago, which wasn't meant for him, but still. It wasn't meant for him. That's interesting. I see. It quietly planted the seed of a dream that hot summer afternoon, one measuring every planet and every islet with his own eyes, ears, and feet, and where better to start than the very place he called home. Tiger chose the perfect day to set out, with the intention of making this his very own special coming-of-age gift. However, trials were afoot for these nascent dreams and their dreamer, and just like that, Tiger lost his way. The lack of experience and days of roughing it in the wilderness had taught him harsh lessons. He'd never felt this challenged back when he hunted with his parents and little brother. Only now did he realize that he wasn't quite the skilled hunter he thought himself to be out here on the plains, let alone finding directions, plotting routes, or setting up camp. All that condensed theory and knowledge in textbooks proved painfully shallow when the time came for him to apply them. But the scorching sun had no sympathy for those beneath its rays. Tiger huddled in a patch of tree shade, too hungry to find rest. He took out his notebook and began scribbling down everything he'd seen in the past few days. Unbeknownst to him, the note he'd left under a cup before leaving had been whisked away by the wind. After fruitless searches around the territory, his friends and family, who were all there for his coming-of-age ceremony, soon mobilized to track down the rebellious young Tiger. As night fell and the air cooled down, Tiger set out once more to find proper sustenance. He wouldn't allow himself to share meals with vultures again. Okay. I'm having trouble understanding. So he took the call and he's going to join this association. And I guess he's just like challenging himself to explore planets. I think that's what I'm gleaning. He's like, for my birthday, I'm gonna go explore planets and map things on my own and join this agency, I guess. I don't know. As he twitched his ears and shook his head, trying to shake off the unpleasant memories from yesterday, he heard the sound of flowing water from ahead. Perhaps he could try his luck at catching fish. In the worst case, he could still drink his fill. Now was hardly the time to be concerned over catching a cold from getting wet. His empty stomach had been growling all day, and had there been any fish in the water, they'd all be startled and scattered by now. Yeah, I guess so. Tiger rested near the bank and peered closely at the water's surface. Under the silvery moon, a small patch of odd scale patterns appeared before him. It almost looked like a map. It was the fish guide, the mythical fish that bore a map on their scales. It would guide the seeker toward treasure, which was determined by what the seeker desired most at the moment. Suddenly, the hunger in his stomach dissolved, and all he wanted was to go home. The fish swam cheerfully in the water and responded to his wish by guiding the lost boy back home. Okay, so he did. He, went on his own, and he tried to explore, and he got lost, and he, went too far, and now he had to turn around, because he's about to turn 15, and he's still a child. Finally, after passing 3 river forks, he spotted several worried figures in the distance. Thank goodness the legend of the guidefish holds true, he thought, and collapsed from exhaustion before he could crack a smile. The last thing he heard might have been the sound of fish leaping out of the water, but for the first time in his life, Tiger dismissed it as a mere hallucination of his keen, reliable ears. The coming-of-age celebration finally commenced, and Tiger received gifts from the Drifting Guild Travel Agency, a backpack full of travel supplies, and a half-written road journal. Someone still remembered that little boy who rushed to answer the phone call, it seemed. Though, Tiger wondered, why did the fish soup at the bonfire party that night taste a little bit too salty? So somebody was salty about him leaving, I guess? Maybe his little brother was mad about him leaving. Could be. Hi, Glow. Thank you for the owl tags. Oh, I want to make sure that... Okay, yeah. I hope you're doing well, Glow. It's good to see you. Welcome home, my dear. Hi, hi. There we go. Okay. How you doing? It's good to see you. We are reading through the different villager entries in Petit Planet. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. The stories for these villagers is pretty in depth. So we're processing through all of it. It's Hoyoverse, so it is on the heavier side of things. I know. Yeah, all of the stories are very, very long, which is why I wanted to dedicate today's stream to reading through all of them. There's a lot to go through. Okay. A long, long time ago. It was an evening 10 years ago. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Young Tiger, who had just learned to count, was squatting by the ground and enthusiastically tracing the geometric patterns his mother had drawn around the camp. 3 points, in groups of 5. He shared the pattern he discovered with his little brother, who was still too young to speak. His brother tilted his head and twitched his ears, listening intently, even if he didn't understand a word. The tantalizing smell of roasted meat from the campfire teased young Tiger's nose, and his empty stomach growled shamelessly in protest. Nope, no food until I learn this, he silently vowed. Tiger twitched his ears and wrinkled his nose as the memories came. The wild winds indiscriminately assaulted all in its path, chilling travelers to the bone. It had been 3 days and 3 nights, and Tiger still hadn't tracked down any prey. The memories of roasted meat could no longer make him salivate. Forgetting about exploring the planet under these conditions, it was much more likely for him to end up a desiccated corpse and become one of the wilderness. Tiger could draw beautiful and elegant geometric patterns by hand now, but the question of his survival hung by a thread. Could those patterns truly evoke ancient protection? Tiger wondered as he found a branch that could barely support his rest. He stared into the seemingly unchanging starry night and recalled another memory. So he just likes throwing himself into the fray, huh? He's like, I'm gonna be a survivalist, and that's what he does. It was another day, 10 years ago. After finishing the night patrol, young Tiger sneaked behind the tent again, and imitating his mother, picked up a stone and scratched a few wobbly triangles on the ground. His attempts almost seemed pitiful when compared to his mother's refined string of shapes, and that made him curious as to how exactly she managed to draw such straight lines. As he carefully traced those lines of the stone, he caught a sudden thud from behind. His toddler brother had fallen. With a body that reacted faster than his mind, young Tiger turned and rushed to scoop up his brother, not realizing that the beautiful triangles had been cut in half by a long grave scratch. Hiss! Caught in the moment, young Tiger couldn't tell if his father was angry or simply concerned. Maybe it was his loud hisses, or maybe it was the hypnotic dance of the campfire. Either way, Tiger couldn't remember exactly what happened after. He vaguely recalled his mother telling him a story while pointing it at the stars in the sky, a story about those geometric patterns. Perhaps it was time to visit a home after this expedition? It had been so long since he last went back, but for now, Tiger felt his eyelids grow heavy, and allowed the night to gently shut his eyes. Just a brief nap. A micro-nap won't do any harm, he comforted himself. Frost began to form at the top of his lashes as they quivered in the wind, but the bonfire in his dream was simply so warm he didn't want to wake up. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, he could hear his mother's gentle voice again, but it jolted him awake instead. Reflected in his bright pupils, several stars in the dark sky formed the shape he knew by heart and blinked it to a pulse, as if responding to some query. The stars were silent, but Tiger felt as though he was under the watch of tender eyes. Beautiful memories were meant to be traps in his unwritten journey. They should be the strength that keeps him moving forward. Tiger finally climbed the tree. This is not the end yet, he thought to himself, and to his delight, another passing wind brought him the scent of prey. Yeah, so what I've gleaned from that is that he's a survivalist. He loves survival, and he has a little brother, and if there's something else to be learned here, it's unsure. He's just kind of a hardcore guy. Like, he's a tiger, and he's pretty renowned for his hunting skills and his trekking skills, and he's definitely used to extreme circumstances. I would almost say he reminds me of a adrenaline junkie, almost. That's kind of the vibe I get from him. Yeah. Okay, I'm stretching. Sorry. Interesting. I don't feel like I've learned a lot about, like, his home life or his relationship with his brother, other than his brother loves him a lot, or like what happened when he left home. But I do know that he's a survivalist, and that I mean, I've already said it. That's interesting. He has a family that cares about him. That's one thing. He's just kind of a free spirit, is what I get from him. Okay, so far we have done Medellin, Tiger, and Dorj. So we have Yungao, Isaki, and Frostia. Who would we like next? Sorry, I was just checking something really quick. That's why I've astral projected. I think that next, let's go ahead and do Isaki. We haven't done Yungao, Isaki, or Frostia. And I'm thinking let's do Isaki next. Because Isaki, we've already learned a ton about him today. And we know a lot about, like, he has insecurities and he has this relationship with Beetle that has a long Japanese name that I will not be pronouncing. So maybe we do Isaki next. And then we'll do Young-Ao, and then we'll do Frostia, because I know a lot of people really love Frostia, and I think we can save her for last. Yeah, they all have long stories. Alright, here we go. The Puzzled Weakling Hero. Do you think you can stop me wounded like that? Evil is about to rule the world. Give up, weakling. Oh, still resisting even now? Well, since you put it that way, let me show you how a weakling becomes a hero. Isaki's eyes were glued to the TV screen, the ever-shifting light casting a pale glow across his face. This was his favorite hero show, where the protagonists never gave up, no matter how many times the villains knocked them down. They always came back and won in the end. Isaki admired those heroes deeply, perhaps because this kind of hero was someone like him, everyone knew as weakling Isaki, could never be. Pluck up the courage and give it a try. That was what the grown-ups always told Isaki. But the thing was, little Isaki had no idea how you were supposed to pluck up courage. Where did it come from? What did it even look like? Just walking down the street of an ordinary day, he might tremble at the flap of a passing bird. Taking a rest in the shade, he'd shiver when a fruit suddenly dropped from above. Things like that happen all the time. Isaki's 5 older siblings had already found their footing in the fields they loved. As the youngest, he had the privilege of being a late bloomer, and the grown-ups were understanding of his timid nature. He could do nothing, hide at home, and just wait each day for his favorite hero show to come on. Would it really matter if weakling Isaki lived unremarkable, aimless life? After all, wasn't it enough to have the TV heroes keep him company through life? Was that really enough? As the familiar ending theme of his hero show began to play, the quiet certainty in Isaki's heart suddenly lifted into a question. Was it because the lyrics went, no weakling stays that way for long, even a bug can grow strong? With the heart held high and spirit true, the hero's path is open to you. Isaki wasn't quite sure. Okay, so Isaki's story is pretty easy to follow. He's a small boy, and he is pretty insecure about how little he's able to do, and so he's glommed on to these hero shows, and has glommed on to bugs, because bugs are also small, and those bugs are small, they pack a lot of power, so it's pretty straightforward, I think. Probably the easiest story so far to follow. The weakling hero and his friend. Boom! Thunder and lightning raged outside. Weakling Isaki buried himself beneath the heavy blanket, trying to block out the world and steady his trembling body. Boom! Another violent thunderclap shook the entire room, Isaki's safe haven to its core. The things on shelves and hooks clattered down, falling onto his shaking body. Could this be the end of the world? Isaki could only let out a frightened whimper. Suddenly, everything fell silent. Maybe the world didn't end after all? Realizing this, Isaki found a tiny spark of courage he rarely felt and peeked his hand out from under the blanket. That's when he saw a Kabuto beetle standing before him, head held high. The enormous moon filled the entire window, making the beetle look like the hero's dramatic entrance scene from a TV show. Did it protect me? Hello? It was a strange, wondrous moment. Isaki was surprised to find himself greeting someone else first for the very first time. Where did this courage come from? Aww. So the first time he ever, reached out to talk to someone was with a buggy, and that's why he loves beetles so much. The Kabuto beetle took a step forward. Isaki had never been this close to a stranger before, and his body was ready to start trembling. But he tried his best, quietly clenching his fists, and managed to stop himself from shaking. Then the beetle took another step. Now they were just inches apart. Isaki took a deep breath. Then, with all the courage he could gather, he reached out a small, hesitant finger. The tip of his finger brushed against the beetle's horn. In that moment, feeling the Kabuto beetle's quiet reply, Isaki smiled. Nice to meet you, friend. This is my new friend, Daika Butonmaru. Can I keep it? The grown-ups were genuinely glad to see Isaki making a new friend, and even more to start seeing him change. But as every TV show teaches us, that's exactly when a little trouble tends to show up. That beetle. Isn't that the fighter beetle owned by the legendary beetle trainer in the neighborhood? Shouldn't we check with its owner first? For timid Isaki, dealing with strangers was yet another challenge. But with Beetle by his side, he felt a kind of courage he had never known before. Clutching the note with the trainer's address, he ran straight to the Beetle trainer's house and rang the doorbell without a second thought. It was something the old weakling Isaki would never have dared to do. The legendary Beetle trainer opened the door and gave them a flat look. If you want it, keep it. I can't shelter too many weaklings around here anyway. Huh? Isaki froze. Of course, to a trainer like him, only the strongest bugs that kept on winning mattered. He didn't need weaklings, and he had never cared about that beetle had gone missing in the first place. Finding his voice, Isaki let out a growl deeper than anything he'd ever made before. You, listen up. Beetle is not a weakling, and I'll train it to become the strongest fighting beetle and beat you. That's so cute. I love that for him. So he literally was like, you will leave my friend alone. And he found courage because he could stick up for his friend. Oh, I love Isaki's story. What a cute story. We're only halfway through, but what a cute story. I love that he's kind of a scaredy cat, but like a lot of people that I know, if his friend is in danger, you better believe he's sticking up for his friend. He's like, you don't talk bad about my friends. Adorable. He's so brave. He did it. The weakling hero and the challenge. Weakling. That's what people would call someone weak. Someone too afraid to face challenges, too afraid to make a change. That was Isaki back then, a weakling who hid away in his room, perfectly content just watching his favorite hero shows, unwilling to take a single step towards something different. Come on, Beetle, time for strength training. Next up, endurance training. Watch closely and dodge my magic swing. You can do it, Beetle. I can run even faster now, so you gotta fly even faster too. Training alongside Beetle, Isaki had clearly changed. He was not doing things he used to avoid out of fear. In fact, he often did them better than most grown-ups expected. As Beetle worked to overcome its weakness, Isaki was overcoming his own. No weakling stays that way for long. Even a bug can grow strong. With a heart held high and spirit true, the hero's path is open to you. Isaki, out of breath from training, murmured this line to Beetle, who was now resting on top of his head. It's my favorite line from the song, he said, looking up at the endless blue sky. I didn't really get it before, but now we've actually made it, Beetle. Come on, let's go challenge the world. Cute. It's so cute. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about Isaki at this point, other than, I feel like we've seen this kind of story before from, My Hero Academia. It's very inspired by that. Because isn't in My Hero Academia the main character, he doesn't really like have any kind of power, and then he goes and he's quirkless or something. It's very in that same vein. He got no quirk. Cute. Okay. Here's Isaki's final chapter. Weakling hero, move out. Kabuto Beetle Showdown, begin. Go. Beetle. There's no need to be afraid, no need to panic, no need to run away. The Isaki of today didn't even stop to wonder, not for a second, what would happen if they lost. He knew they would win. Winner of the showdown, Isaki and Beetle! Congratulations, you two! Isaki blinked in surprise. The legendary Beetle trainer, after losing the match, was actually extending a friendly hand to him. But didn't you look down on Beetle just because he was a weakling? Not at all. Every bug is a cherished comrade to me. However, beetle battles carry a high risk of injury, and that risk is even higher for weaklings. That's not something I ever want to see, so when I come across one I believe to be too fragile, I usually let it return to the wild. But this time, I was wrong. The seemingly stern and rigid bug trainer suddenly broke into a smile. He crouched down and placed a hand on Isaki's head, gently ruffling his hair. You and Beetle are both incredible. You're heroes. Isaki had never imagined that one day he'd hear praise like that. So, what do you say? Ready to take the next step and win the real Beetle Championship? His eyes sparkled with something that could only be called hope. He went quiet for a moment and then gave a firm, determined nod. Yes, I can do it. Definitely. Cute. It's a good story. It's not as complex as the others, which I'm kind of glad about, because the others I'm like, I'm sorry, what happened? But Isaki's story it's simple but strong, like him. It's a good one. Not nearly as cosmic and heartbreaking. Yeah, I know. Meadowland, I'm traumatized. Good God, I'm glad she has her plushies. Yeah, I'm using all my brain power keeping up with some of these stories. That's why I'm stopping frequently as I go through them, because I'm just trying to synthesize the information. I'm like, what am I reading here? Alright. I think it's time for us to take a little break from doing this. Because I feel like Young Gals is gonna be pretty also, Young Gals is the only one with pictures in it. We didn't get pictures in the other ones. But I feel like hers is gonna be very, very involved. So we're gonna take a break from this. For now. And we're gonna come back to this. We might come back to this later this stream, or we might come back to it for tomorrow's stream and do a little bit of mix and match with the two streams. Just because it's a heck of a lot of reading, and we did 4 out of the 6, so we only have a third left. But I feel like one thing that I've gleaned from this is that there's a lot of cosmicness to this world. Yeah, part of it is my voice, stressing it out, giving everything a voice to it, and reading through everything. Maybe I can get one of the neighbors to give me a new recipe so I can finish their homie design. Let's see if I can sneak around enough and catch one of them mid-thought. But I don't think I have enough furniture to finish any of them. I need them to think. That was a lot of it. Like, I'm still kind of processing. It's part of the reason why I'm being so quiet. I'm like, what did I read? I do want to get this dress. And I am a couple thousand footprints short. So let's see what footprints I can make happen to get that dress. I can catch fish. I can catch planets. This gives a ton. I said planets. I can catch insects, I mean. I can mine ore. Catch drifting stars. Complete moment folio. Research tasks. Is this moment folio? I don't know. It could be. Spend more dough. Okay. Sell crops on other planets. Shop at Glenn's shop. That's easy enough to do. Let's go buy something at Glenn's shop because I have a ton of currency. And I can just buy some stuff and we can get footprints that way. Or footprint grinding. This is cute. Let's buy this. I'll take it. Easy enough. Easy peasy. Yeah, I don't think that knowing that about the villagers has changed who my favorites are. I still really like Tiger, even if I don't fully understand his story. I have a newfound respect for Madeline. I appreciate that she really, like, holy cow. You know what I'm saying? I never would have guessed that she was some kind of rebellious... Oh, I need to talk to a neighbor. Some kind of rebellious savant. Let's see, who can I talk to that I haven't already talked to? I think I've talked to Madeline, but I'll talk to her again. One chat? Sometimes wild grass. Okay, yeah. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Done that. Raise bond with neighbors. I feel like I've maxed out my bond. I thought I did anyways. Use Lumia batteries. Yeah, we're working on that. Obtain Luca drops. Catch insects in the aisles. These are all things to do on the islets. Take photos. Learn more reactions. Give flowers. Craft creature display tanks. Place bridges. Put up fences. I could see if my house has a higher rating. We could do that. Isaki. Oh, Isaki, my boy. Oh, Isaki, my boy. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we have a new rating. Repressed rating. Well then, here's my evaluation. The colors come together, very distinctive. You could use some decorations, you could use some furniture. Got it. Playback failed. My favorite line of dialogue. Playback failed. 520. Let's go. Oh, I didn't realize your wreath has changed. I didn't know that. Well, now I know. That's really interesting. I kept wondering, I was like, why does my wreath look like that? Does it look like that for the holidays? But no, it's because I got a Lumi rating or whatever it is. Interesting. Look, I have a new wreath now. Pretty. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I have 44. How much do I need? I need 55. So 1100 more. The bug is gonna be a big one. I could probably craft a bunch of... Oh, this would be easy. I gotta go buy a fish. I can't believe it's making me buy a fish. I have to buy a fish. Ugh, oh, fish. Why did they make it a fish room? Why is it a fish room? Alright. I guess I like this fish the most. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. I guess they made it all fish because Frostia gives you butterflies. At the very least, that was an easy one to do. It does feel like, though, at a certain point, you get limited footprints, and you can't really buy stuff anymore. And that stinks. But at least that is done. Oh wait, do I have to buy more? Okay, no. You don't have to buy any more. Done all these. Set up furniture at home. Okay, easy peasy. We can do that. Luckily, I have a fish. And I could put the fish in my home because I bought it. Hello, house. How do you feel about a fish? I'm gonna put this right here. Right there on display. Perfect. Now everyone can come in my home and you can see my fish. Alright, so we only need 500 more. So let's go catch some buggies. Hi, Frostia. Do you want to think? You want to think, Frostia? You thinking about something? Something other than food? No? Okay. I think we've missed out. Missed out on the... I don't think she's gonna give us a recipe today. I don't think I saw Isaki thinking about anything yet. So maybe I can catch him thinking? I don't know. I feel like there's a limit. Like once you see two villagers thinking, they don't let you have any more. That's it, you get 2. I forgot I made an Italian river there. My Italian lake. You know what's a really good way to fill up this requirement? Go on a voyage. Oh, I have to catch them on my island. Never mind. So we're just here chilling now. Just me and you, chat. I've been thinking about what other kinds of villagers I would like. I think an owl villager, of course, would be very cute. I think that we have a kitsune, but a fox would be really nice. Maybe a deer. A Hoyoverse deer would go off so hard. That would be so cute. What else? An anteater would be cool. We had anteaters in Animal Crossing, right? I think I remember anteaters in Animal Crossing. Oh, a dog, definitely. A Hoyoverse dog would be so cute. We need more birds. I have not seen any birds. Oh, there's a praying mantis. A flower-themed villager. A lot of the villagers have their own themes. So, you know, we got Frostia with the butterfly. We've got, Madeline with the decor. Dorzong with the hats. We get the bug. We've got the explorer. We need a flower villager. A villager that's all about flowers. Maybe I just thought maybe a fruity villager. A villager that's all about fruit. Because Yungao is kind of all about crops, right? Not so much fruit, but crops. I feel like there were so many bugs on this planet just a second ago, and now they're all gone. You watch for bugs to respawn. Yeah, we don't have a fish villager either. A villager that's all about fish. Oh, Melon, what you got there? You gonna share? We have our bug villager, we have our fish villager. I know that Frostia is kind of the astrological villager, but she's more about butterflies. So I think a proper, like, star collector or something like that would be a good addition. What's up, Tiger? Are you thinking about furniture right now? No? Okay. At this point, I think Tiger is like my loving nickname. What's up, Tiger? Reminds me of when people say, go get him, Tiger. I very rarely refer to people that way. Go get him, Tiger. It fits. The weird kind of kinship I have with all the neighbors. Gotta get the star. The drifting star. Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys, but I calculated all of the time, all of the hours I have streamed this month. I have streamed over 70 hours this month so far. Does it feel like it to you all? Do you feel like I've streamed 70 hours? Yeah. That's a lot. Thank you. Yeah, it is a massive, massive undertaking. I hate to call myself a full-time content creator, but, you know, it is kind of what we've been doing. Yeah, except that I don't stream for very long when I do stream. I stream for like 3 hours max. 3 or 4 hours. I'm trying to get my endurance to the point where I can stream for 4 hours without any big interruptions and have 4-hour long streams. But this thing keeps happening to me. I don't know if any of you experience this, but if I don't regularly like get up, I like pass out on my desk, and I don't know if you guys have witnessed it at all, but it's happened a little bit various times throughout the month where I low-key like was passing out on stream, and I just don't know, I don't know what to do about it. It's such a weird thing that happens. It's like I enter this heavy dream state, and then I start to like fall over. I might be narcoleptic. Yeah, I am chronically anemic. You get that too? Okay, maybe it is anemia. That'll do that. Okay. I have I don't know what to call it. It's like a plate. I have a plate that it's like supposed to stimulate blood flow. And I have it under my desk, but my fear is that if I turn it on, you guys will be able to hear. Look at him dancing. Look, he's dancing. I wish I could dance. I don't think I can dance. I can tap dance. Oh, he thinks it's so cool. Look at how cool he thinks I am. Oh, we're dancing together. Look at us dancing together. Oh, he's having such a good time. Oh, this is so cute. We're dancing. I'm gonna turn on the plate underneath my desk. You guys tell me if you can hear it. We're so cute dancing together. Can you guys hear the plate? Every time I ask you all if you can hear something, I never know if you're gonna tell the truth. Thank you for the hydrate, my. You can't hear it? Okay. That's good to know. It's not intrusive. But can you hear it at all, is my question. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna trust you. Hear what? Exactly. Alright. Well, that answers that question. Every time I see that tiger butterfly, I think it's a new butterfly, and I get really excited for half a second. I'm like, oh boy, new butterfly. I love butterflies. I know you guys know that, but I just need to say it. I really love them. I gotta redo my throne wish list. I keep forgetting to do that. Maybe it's because I have a million other things to do that are more important, that I forget to redo my throne wish list. I was almost thinking that it'd be fun to redo it on stream with all of you. That you all might enjoy redoing my throne wish list with me. Put a rice cooker? I have a rice cooker. I don't need one. You need one. I have a rice cooker. I just barely ever use it. Because I just don't eat a ton of rice. I love rice. I just don't eat a ton of it. I should make some fried rice soon, actually. I haven't made fried rice in a while. That is good eating. A ton of rice. I should probably eat more. I feel like I'd be less hungry overall if I ate more rice. Because rice is pretty filling, right? Yeah, a lot of people I know eat rice every day. Look at them chatting. They're so cute. I have an air fryer though. I don't need to trade. I have a rice cooker and an air fryer. I also have a microwave. And an oven. IDK, whenever I eat rice, my main carb, I'm hungry again and like, out. Really? Maybe you just need more protein with your rice. Protein. I need to get back onto eating tons of protein. I used to eat like so much protein every day. Why do you oven cold food and oven out hot food? Exactly. You need to eat more proteins, yeah. Well, I got nothing else. What do you mean? Nothing else but protein? Oops, onlyprotein.com. Don't go to that website. Protein is expensive, you're right. I usually love cold cuts, but the price of cold cuts has gone so far up. I'm like, ooh, I'm sorry. Why are we doing this to ourselves? But you guys can donate for me to get banh mi anytime. I love banh mi. Don't actually, but just know I 100% of the time want banh mi. I need more beans. Oh, beans is good. I'd say just buy eggs, but then I remember the big egg problem earlier this year. Yeah, eggs got stinking expensive. America doesn't want us to be healthy. Sometimes I wish that I lived in a different country just so that it was easier to eat well, you know? No, don't. Snake, you don't have. No, you don't have to. I'd feel bad. I just think about, like, I hear about, the big thing is, I hear a lot about diets in France and how most of the people in France eat. And I'm like, I want to eat like that. I wish that was the norm in the United States. Why don't we eat like that? Well, you know why. Capitalism is why. But, sometimes I'm like, I wish the culture was just that we ate like that. If you can keep $1 income, Brazil can be a good place to live, especially food-wise. I feel like all of Europe has better food culture than the United States. All of Europe and all of South of America, just like better food culture. Rio scares everyone, yeah, that's true. I've seen really pretty parts of Rio. I love the pictures I see of Rio, but it is spooky. Just avoid it? Fair enough. Fair enough. I thought it was really interesting. Mama Owl, she went to Uganda on a mission trip to help the hospitals out in Uganda. And Ryu, if you are a tourist, is okay, but never recommend to live OIC. And it was really interesting to see some of the culture in Uganda. Got it. Is this enough to buy my dress? I think it is. I think I have just enough to buy my dress. I'm not gonna have enough to buy batteries tomorrow, but I have 1,000,000 surplus batteries anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Store. Give me the dress. I'm gonna see how it looks. Hi, Carrie. I am having a lovely day. I hope you're having a lovely day too. Welcome home. Petit Planet's going really good. We read through most of the character descriptions today, and we are taking a break from that. We're probably going to pick it back up tomorrow, but I wanted to make enough footprints to be able to get the Candyland dress, because I think it's so cute. This is so cute. Let's see what kind of hat. I could do it with this hat. It doesn't really match, but that's cute. There's not a lot of customizing options right now, but you know, this is cute. I'm sure there's a Candyland hat, but even if I could buy it, I wouldn't be able to wear it. There's a Candyland staff, that's fun. But we're getting so, like, we're so far into the game now that finding ways to earn currency it's just really difficult. Like, we could catch fish for a long time, but so many of these are done already. We've done it. Catching drifting stars. Yeah, they're kind of Christmassy. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. But I also don't know how much longer the beta is going to be open. So don't cook a ton in this game because I don't need to. I have so much surplus food, it's not even funny. Goodness. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna play again, because I think tomorrow Nikki goes into maintenance, and then 2.0 releases like late in the evening for my time. So tomorrow we're gonna play Petit Planet again, and we are going to try to deck out and decorate our planet, and it'll be the big decoration overhaul day. And then for the rest of the week we will probably be playing Nikki. Uncanny Noodle, thank you for the follow. Welcome home, my dear. Yeah, it'll be a big decoration stream tomorrow. And then the rest of the week we'll be marathoning Penny Nikki. Yeah, I'm so excited. So excited for the Nikki update. I keep like having to temper myself because I keep just going through all of the previews. One second, guys. Okay. Sorry, I just have to check on something on the side here. I know, it's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a big day. I can't even like begin to articulate all the things that I'm excited for. And if I have time tomorrow, it really depends on how much I get done today. If I have time tomorrow, we'll do a stream. Well, no, I can't do that. I was gonna say a stream where I build new ability outfits, but I'm not gonna have time to do that, unfortunately. I did record a video this morning of me maxing out the Scammatic. I thought it was gonna be like an hour-long video. It was 6 minutes long. And I was like, this is gonna be the easiest video to edit. So look forward to me releasing that video probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm so glad I waited to make my house and Nikki with all the yeah. Whenever I do decorating, as we have learned, if I'm decorating something, like truly decorating it and not just trying to fulfill a requirement, expect me to be there for a minimum of 4 hours. The way that I do designing like that, I don't know. It takes me forever. So I built my house once in Infinity Nikki and I've never really gone back to it. So those people who can build stuff in the building menus, much respect, because I cannot. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to do decoration, and we're going to do the last 2 reading of... We're going to do Frostia, and we're going to do Young Gal tomorrow, and we're going to deep dive into their lore, just to save my voice for today. And tomorrow will likely be our last Petit Planet stream of the beta. We might play it one last time, but it's likely that tomorrow will be our last stream, so it'll be our farewell to streams of the beta. And we're gonna dive into the Nikki 2.0 for the rest of the week, which is fun. We're gonna spend Thanksgiving with Nikki. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, everyone. I, as always, really, really appreciate it when you guys come and visit me and hang out with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just being wonderful people to talk to. If you are on Twitch, hang around. I'm going to send you to one of our friends. If not, I will see you tomorrow. I still haven't sat down and done my schedule. I know I said I was going to do that. I think tomorrow, expect that we are going to I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, I'm looking at somebody to raid while talking at the same time. Expect that tomorrow will be live in the evening, I think, because I have to caretake for my puppy in the morning. Oh, this person does not speak English. Okay. I want to send you to someone who speaks English. Let me see. Oh, perfect. Why am I not following? I thought I was following them. I guess not. Anyways, we're gonna go raid Sakura. I didn't realize I wasn't following them, and that's really embarrassing for me. Okay. So everyone, we're gonna go follow Sakura, go send them lots of love. Alright. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm like overstimulated. Okay. Alright. I will see you all tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves. If you haven't eaten, eat something. Get something to drink. Make sure to take care of yourselves. You really deserve it. And see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.